Tasty, tasty. Incredible. Incredible. Tasty, tasty. Tasty, tasty. Tasty, tasty. tasty, tasty. Incredible.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. I hope you're having a really good weekend. I'm back on stream. Sorry about last week. I had a really bad headache, so I didn't stream. But I'm here now, and the stream is going. Tom was first. He said wibble, so I replied wobble. No one came back with jelly on a plate, which is what it should have been the next phrase, but hey, that is how it is. Anarchy, good evening, good sir. Thank you for being here. Kara's here as well, so is Ballboy. Thrax is here too. Geeky Ed as well. Perlin Merlin's dropped in, so is MTP. True Blaze is here as well. Anonymous Biker says hello to everybody. Turkey Thrower says hi. Snicket's here as well, so is Jenga. Tinkertronic's there too. Gouty says oh no in response to Tink being here. I agree. Snicket subscribed for 13 months as well. Thank you so much, Snicket. I really appreciate that. Oi Savaloy. Yeah, we're not Londoners here. Well, I'm not anyway. You might be. Pork Thief says, I vote to have Jay unbox a new car at some point. Maybe. We've done that before on Instagram, but never on stream. Maybe we'll do it one day. Free Juice, thank you so much for the 10 months of subs as well. I really appreciate that. Chris Bezic also subscribed for 18 months. That's 2 PT babies that you've had now. Thank you very much for the support, Chris. I really appreciate that. Robert Mikey also subscribed for 6 months. Says Yo-Yo Boss, thanks again for the PT keycap. It's a cherry on the new board. I hope you're well. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm doing good. It's been a busy old week, but I'm doing well. So thank you very much for that. All That Taz also subscribed for 4 months, and he says the thumbs up. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate that too. Pimadori's here as well. Says good evening, everyone. Hope you can't stay, but hope you have a good stream. Thank you. Well, I'm glad you're here for even the start. HR Toby says what's good. You are. That's what's good. Trojam, hey man, good to see you, my dude. I hope you're doing okay. Cass online as well says good evening, Jay in chat. Joe's here as well. Evening, Jay. Hope you're doing well. Thank you, guys. Yeah, I'm doing good this week. Glad to hear you feeling better. It was just the one night, really. I was kind of like just feeling off of it last week, and I'd kind of planned like a big stream, and we'd had like a massive sale week, and we'd done 1,001 things here at the workshop, and it just, I don't know, like just pressure and everything else, and then being out in the sun all day, and yeah, I just didn't feel well enough to do it. Like I had the start of a migraine. I didn't have an actual migraine, but I had the headache that was going to become a migraine if I let it. So I took some painkillers, had an early night. Game's done marginally well. Says hi Jay, first time here. Excited to see some building happening. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, we've got a few things to do first, but we're building a keyboard very, very soon. We build keyboards every single week here on stream. Love my surprise desk mat and the PT keycap. Oh, do you get the PT keycap as well? I think you got that, Joe, because you put a nice message, and Mel said, shall we do something nice for this customer? So I said, let's give him a PT keycap, which is a GMK keycap. So Yeah, we gave you one of those. I seem to remember your order for like Mystery Decimus or something, I think, and that's where it came from. Yeah, anyway. Trojam, thank you so much for the 24 months of subs. Dude, 24 months, it's 2 whole years. That's crazy. Happy second PT subscription birthday, I think. Thank you so much, I appreciate that. Storesness is here as well, evening. Who else have we got? Pork Thief is here as well. Been a while since you appointed new workers. Yeah, we had new staff join in November. I don't think there'll be anyone new joining for a little bit, but we'll see. That could all change in a couple of weeks, who knows. But yeah, work-life changes have been good. So just to recap, if you guys haven't followed along, over the past couple of months, I've made a point of actively doing things for me rather than never doing anything for me, which is where the whole 3 Peaks challenge came from. So doing the Yorkshire 3 Peaks and then climbing Scarfell Pike a couple of weeks ago. Moons of Empire, thank you so much for doing that with me. I appreciate it. And now my challenge is to do 40 mountains before I hit 40 years old, which gives me just a little bit over 18 months to complete it all. But I'm also actively losing weight, which is a good thing. I'm actively changing how I handle my job week to week and day to day. So yeah, things are going well. Things are good. Harry's here as well. Well, Harry Fairy Harry, thank you very much for being here. Golden Ratio, thank you so much for being here as well, guy. Robert says PT keycap gang. Yeah, the PT keycaps are doing well. Planning on doing all 40 within the UK. Yes, it'll be a mixture of Wainwrights, tours, and whatever the Welsh word for mountain is. But yeah, we'll be doing more and more of that. So my plan is to do every other Thursday is to climb a peak, and then nearly every Thursday to do like a long walk, and every weekend to do a long walk. So yesterday, me and my wife, I didn't put this on Instagram, but me and my wife did something like 6 kilometers through the local woods and stuff like that, which was really nice. So yeah, we'll be getting more and more hiking done. That's the plan. Try and keep fit as I get older, because I'm starting to feel it a lot more now. I'm nearly 40. Zweed, thank you so much for the 6 months of subs. I really appreciate that, my man. I hope you're doing well. Cat Bell's next on the list. I have fond memories of climbing it and being chased up by 2 spaniels up to the peak. Yeah, so Cat Bells is on the list of things of ones to do. I won't be back up in the Lake District for a little while, but there is some more up there that I want to do. So Old Man Coniston is on the list, and Helvellyn is on the list, and a few others as well. I can't really remember the rest of them off the top of my head, but I do have like quite a good list of stuff that I want to do. I think the list is actually of 80, which if I can do 80 it'd be great, but my target is 40, which is probably a little bit more realistic. There is a walk that we're going to do in the Lake District that gets 7 peaks in one day though, which is good. Minid is Welsh for mountain, I believe. I think it is, yeah, but each of the countries has their own classification systems for mountains. So you have the Wainwrights in Scotland, you have the Tours in England, and then there is a Welsh word. I don't think it is Minid that's like for the classification, because each of the classifications are slightly different as well. So some things class as a peak, some things don't, and things that would class as a peak in Scotland don't class as a peak in England, or vice versa, or something. I don't really know the details. I just make sure the ones I'm doing are actually a mountain. Fjell is Norwegian, I believe, or Scandinavian in origin, but yeah, I can't remember what the Welsh term is. Good to hear getting out in nature helps things less pixelated after long times behind a PC. Yeah, most of my days are behind PCs and computers and things like that. Tim, good afternoon, good sir. Good to see you, my dude. Sorry I'm late. Hi, late. Don't have to be sorry for your name. How far is the Peak District from Bradford? So the Peak District the Peak District is around sort of Sheffield way, so it's about an hour south. The Yorkshire National Dales, where there is some hills and mountains, are about an hour north, and then the Lake District, where there's quite a lot, is about 3 hours away, and then the Scottish Highlands, depending on which way you go and which side you want to get to, they're between 5 and 9 hours. So yeah, so it really depends. But yeah, when I went to, so I did Scarfell Pike with Moons of Empire a couple of weeks ago. I think it was just over 2 weeks ago now. I think I set off at 5 AM and got there for just before 9. It was a long drive, and then having to drive home. But he came from Bournemouth, so, you know, doxing you a little bit there, dude. But like, his drive was immense. So yeah. Okay, right. So I can't remember what I said we were going to talk about today, but I think we were going to start with PT news. So where are we at with PT news? The good news is you can't see, but I now have a blind up at the window. That's a good thing, because now it means the sunlight's not streaming in my eyes at this time of night. So we have blinds in both the upstairs and downstairs offices now. That's a small thing, but it helps. The rest of PT news, Leo and Mel are back in tomorrow. We're going to be catching up with orders from Friday. I think Friday is the longest we've got an order outstanding. Or orders classed this Friday, so like after close of business on Thursday. So there's some orders for there. But any Friday orders will ship out tomorrow, as well as weekend orders as well, hopefully. We're going to get through that. We do have 2 group buys which arrived last week, which you need to pack and ship. One of those, both of those are from KBD fans. I can't remember what they are off the top of my head, but we have printed all the orders out, and they're going to go out on Monday, Tuesday as well. I'm trying to think what they are. They came with PBT fans Subarashi. But I can't think what the 2 keycap sets are. But anyway, they're here. They're going to go. Panels went out on Friday. I think the last 4 or 5 orders are due to go out on Monday as well. So panels is going to go in stock later on this week. I think Monday or Tuesday night we're going to put panels in stock. The big news this week is pre-orders. So we haven't done any pre-orders for a long time. We've kind of like just waited for stuff to come in and then do it in stock. But we're going to open up pre-orders purely because we're running out of space here, and I don't want things to come in and then be sat on the shelf. So if we can sell some of it in the meantime to stop it taking up more shelf space when it does arrive and it does go in stock, that's the plan. So we're going to have, I think, around 90 to 100 key sets go into pre-order on, well, this week. Let me just say this week, because I think we just need to work out what the 90 to 100 key sets are, and then we need to create all the listings, which is probably 3 days work. So I think realistically it's probably going to be Friday the more I look at it, but 90 to 100 key sets. Yeah, so and the other thing as well is I actually did do a little bit of validation of this. I checked all of the major vendors worldwide, and I'm pretty sure that we do have more key sets in stock than any other vendor worldwide right now. Like, that's a pretty cool claim, I think. Like, I couldn't find anyone that had more key sets in stock on the shelf available, ready to go, than us right now, which was pretty cool and pretty impressive. So yeah, picture looks a bit better because of blindy. Yeah, it does. Like, I haven't changed the face cam, but it has made the build stream cam look a little bit darker. So I probably need to adjust that. Actually, I should have done this before we started streaming. Let me try and brighten this up a little bit, because that's a little bit on the dingy side. Let's get this done. It's probably quite realistic, actually. Oh, I don't know what we're doing. Oh, contrast would probably be the better one to change. There we go. That'll do. That's close enough. Tim's going to set it all up when he comes around anyway. So yeah, so we've got loads of stuff going into pre-order this week. What else have we got going on? I don't think we have anything arriving this week that I'm aware of. There's nothing shipped from GMK in the past couple of days. There's nothing coming from other vendors. So I think there's just literally the 2 PBT fans group buys we've got downstairs to ship and pack and send out. Then the pre-orders to go in stock, and some other key sets to go in stock this week. So GMK, panels, and a few other little bits and pieces. And then the main aim for the end of this week is to try and reorganize the warehouse, because we've got a load of stuff still in boxes that should be sat on shelves, and there's a load of shelf space that's not being utilized at the minute. So we just need to do a bit of sort out towards the back end of the week, I think, as well. Just tidy up a little bit. So yeah. Do I see GMK Black Lotus? I do have GMK Black Lotus, but you don't see it here. Oh, it might be behind me. Maybe you can see it behind me. No. I do have it on a keyboard, but it's not behind me. No, sorry. Do I have examples of the new GMK Mateo profile? Do you mean MT new? I don't know. I don't have any samples here, but I have played with them. So when we went to GMK a couple of weeks ago, we did get to try out the samples of MT new, and it's really, really good. Like, if you guys want to try a new profile, I would seriously recommend considering picking up MT new in group buy right now. It should ship September, October time. I think I've put Q4 just to give us a little bit of leeway on that, but I think GMK want it to be out pretty quickly. Bear in mind, it also is at a very much a lower price than it will normally be, so MT new in the next couple of key sets will be significantly more expensive. The reason for that is because GMK want to try and get the profile out of there, so they're helping vendors to keep the prices lower as well. So yeah. The double shot PBT is excellent. So the fact that these are double shot PBT and they're not kind of like die subbed or anything else, and they're true PBT as well. These aren't a PBT blend, they're actually proper PBT. The fact that GMK have managed to get around the shrinkage issues that PBT has, so the legends don't always show on some keycaps, it's quite phenomenal. Now, we noticed a few issues on some of the early prototype keycaps, but all of that's going to be sorted out, and I'm pretty excited for it. I think it was well worth going to see just that alone. Like, if we'd seen nothing else while we were at GMK, I would have been very happy with that. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Does it sound like PBT than ABS? So we only tried it on one build. Oh, it's giveaways. Sorry, personification. So giveaways with an S on the end. Does it sound like PBT? We've tried it on one board. It wasn't the best built keyboard. I'll be honest with you. I don't know who built it, but it wasn't the best built keyboard. But it still sounds pretty good. It still sounds pretty good. Mateo raved about the skills of the guys at GMK. So GMK have come up with all new tooling. So they've utilized their existing machinery to do this. Hold on, the camera's really close in actually. Let's zoom out a little bit. Come on, camera, please. Camera. There we go. Zoom out a little bit. There we go. Oh, I've still got stickers on from my. I went to see my niece and nephew today, and they give me stickers. I'll leave them on. It's fine. So yeah. So they're using their existing tooling, but then creating new molds for them, and then just changing the settings on the machines for the injection molding. So the injection molding for ABS and PBT is different because it takes different temperatures and things like that. The machines are capable of this, and then the new molds are tooled specifically for PBT rather than being tooled for ABS plastic. So it's pretty cool that they managed to do it, and it's such. I think they've only been working on this for a year. I think Mateo's been quite open about this, and they've been working on it for about a year. But it's pretty impressive where they've got to. It looks really good. The biggest thing though that I'm impressed with GMK is the GMK stock colors, such as like these are all stock colors. The red is one of their standard colors. Where's the camera gone? So is the beige, so is the white, and like if you get a GMK coloring, it's got all the standard colors on it. They've actually replicated like 90% of those in PBT already, and I can't see a difference between the two. Now I don't have the best eye for color. Tim and Ablotsky do. They both have really good eye for color, but I don't, and I couldn't see any noticeable difference. Like the way they've managed to match the ABS colors in PBT, I think like historically PBT has had an issue where you can't do bright bold colors because PBT plastic can't hold them, and if you do dye sub, then you have to dye sub a darker color on top of a lighter color, so you can't always get certain colors in PBT. I think GMK fixed that. I don't know how, but they have. It's really, really close. Yeah, I couldn't tell the difference. So yeah, 6306, thank you so much for the 2 months of subs. I really appreciate that. This is a good evening. Thank you so much for that. So yeah, so MT new is kind of like a big thing, and it doesn't deserve to fail at this stage. So if you are interested, please do pick it up because it is really, really cool. It will be in our. We'll be sending out a newsletter tomorrow at some point, and it will be featured heavily in that, as I'm sure you can imagine. So yeah. So yeah, Jinx Eric. Wait, what? Red alert looks so nice on that board. Yeah, it's a 910 with red alert. We built it a couple of weeks ago. The switches need taking out and lubing and rebuilding, but it does sound pretty good. Different type of dye, perhaps. So they didn't talk about that, but what they did tell us and what we know from working with GMK historically is that a lot of their pigments, they don't dye the plastic themselves. They actually have a supplier. They'll go to the supplier and say, we want this type of plastic in this color, and then the supplier tries to match that. So I don't know exactly. I don't even know if GMK know the answer to how they've done it. They've just gone to a supplier with specifications and said, we need this to do this, and then they've gone through iteration after iteration until it does that. That's basically where they've got to. Hammer based on the 910. Wait, what? I don't know what you're talking about. How do you sign up to newsletter? So we don't really do mail blasts very often compared to like every other keyboard vendor. Like I get 5 emails a week from Drop, and I get a couple a week from Canon Keys and other vendors and stuff like that. We've done like 6 or 7 in 3 years, but it is something I want to start doing more of, purely because it gives us another outlet to tell you guys what's going on and to share what we've got, because I think a lot of people don't realize that PT has as much choice as what we have. Like we have more choice in keycap sets than, as far as I can tell, and I'm happy to be proven wrong on this, I can't find another vendor that has as many keycap sets sat on the shelf ready to go in stock as we do right now. I just can't find another one. So yeah, I want to share and shout about that sort of stuff. So if you sign up to an account, all you need to, if you have an account or you've bought from us on PT before and you want to be part of the newsletter, all you need to do is log into your account, click on marketing preferences, and allow emails, and that's it. Nice and simple. Institute, yeah, we do a lot of Instagram top tier pointing. Yeah, I think I pointed at you as well, Moons of Empire, at one point. I'm all over the Insta, love the stories. Yeah, I like to do the stories. It's very cathartic, and it enables me to kind of organize in my mind what I'm doing as well. So I tend to do, I've been a bit lapsed with them recently, but I tend to do them first thing in the morning and then post them around 11 AM. But what you see is completely unedited. I don't ever retake a video. I don't unedit it. I don't change anything. If I say something and then that thing's wrong, it's tough, like it's there. So yeah, I do that quite a lot. Trojan managed to grab wait, I lost that. It moved. Wait, what did you manage to bag, Trojan? I managed to bag the Suave Blue 910, but haven't had time to build it yet. Oh, nice. Yeah, the Suave Blue 910 is cool. The one that I want is the green. The only thing I can see me giving up my pink Jane and pink 910 for is the green versions. So yeah. And you get to see Workshop Yucca too. Mel threw that out. Mel threw the Yucca plant out because she killed it. While I was in Germany, I came back from Germany, it was gone. So I think the Yucca's dead. But yeah, happy Pride Month. Yeah, happy Pride Month, guys. Happy Pride Month. Yeah, the Workshop Yucca is dead. It's gone. Green with Desert Botanical. So Desert Botanical is actually a set that's underrated. Like, everyone says Botanical's great, but everyone's sleeping on the Desert set because it is so good in real life and it fits with so many different keyboards. It works better with a black keyboard than Botanical does, in my opinion, because it's not quite so harsh, isn't that white? So yeah, and it works with other colors as well. Like, you can put it with anything. It works really well.
Tasty, tasty.
Games Done Marginally Well says, yeah, I'm struggling to find any vendor with as many keycap sets as you guys. Just did a quick check of some of the big vendors and it's just not close. Yeah, I can't find anyone that's even got as many GMK sets as we have in stock right now. So, I don't know, like, there may be someone out there, but like, I checked some of the big vendors worldwide and I couldn't find anyone else that came close to what we have on offer, which is pretty cool, right? It's something I want to sing and shout about because not many people, well, no one really knows that. Like, people have suggested it to me in the past and I've never validated it, but I spent like a little bit of time looking at it and I can't find anyone yet. But I'm happy to be proven wrong, always happy to be proven wrong, because that just gives me a new target to hit. Any tips on how to deal with migraines? I heard you talking about having one, so just wanted some suggestions from you. Yeah, so the way I deal with migraine, I don't get them very often. I get them maybe 2 or 3 times a year. As soon as I feel one coming on, like, I get a load of telltale signs. I start to see like colors behind, like, you know when you've looked at the sun and you close your eyes and you see like colors, or you've looked at a bright light and you close your eyes and you see colors. I start to see those types of things just in general. Like, I'll be just walking down the street and I'll just see those kind of shapes and patterns and things. That's a sign to me that a migraine's coming. What I do is I take paracetamol, I take some ibuprofen, I drink 1.5 pints of water, and then I go to bed. And that's it. That's literally what I do. Literally what I do. Pre-orders a bit cheaper than in stock. Yeah, pre-orders will be a little bit cheaper than in stock. So pricing goes, group buy is base level, pre-order is a little bit higher, and then in stock is the RRP. That's the way to look at it. Could you consider flagging sets on the site where the base set is still available? So we have looked at doing this. We need an automated way to do it because otherwise we just never know from a manual perspective unless we checked it every day, which we can't do. So realistically, but yeah, like, it is something I'd like to be able to do. We'll see if we can at some point. Water, silence, gentle pressure on heads and triptanes. Yeah, I guess that works. You have the exact same time of migraines? Yeah, yeah, like, migraines are bad. Like, I was lucky because I slept as early as I did last week. I just didn't experience the migraine. Like, if I had it while I was asleep, maybe, but I didn't actually experience it awake. So, yeah. Do you have any keycaps sets that you would say work well with a burgundy board? Tons. Like, if you can't find something on our website that doesn't work with a burgundy board, you're not looking in the right place. Like, we've got nice PBT. There's a burgundy nice PBT set I can't think of the name of. It's like, yeah, black on burgundy or something like that. Anyway, there's a nice PBT set that's burgundy based. You could pair it with one of the new Amaterasu Songun desk mats as well, because they look really good in that kind of colorway too. You could pick up Milky Way Retro Lights, because that's been discounted heavily right now. That's massively discounted, and that's a base set, so it will go with anything. You could take a look at JTK Classic. Yes, Robert Mikey's mentioned that as well. EPBT Dual would work really well as well, Angus, when you're right, because that has the red sub legends on it, which looks great. So yeah. Games Done Marginally Well says, yeah, you're right. Even Novel Keys doesn't have as many GMK sets, and they have a lot of Star Wars ones there also. That's actually wild. Super glad I live in the UK with access to your store and don't need to pay tons of shipping fees. Yeah. Like, I don't know how it's happened, but I genuinely think we do have more key sets in stock right now than any other vendor worldwide. And it's kind of nuts. It's kind of nuts. Voynich is almost sold out, actually. There's very, very little bits of Voynich left, but yeah. Infinity Cabinet. Have we still got that, Jelly Master? I could have sworn that was long gone. Maybe it's still there. Actually, do you know what would maybe really work if you got the alphas from PBT fans? Subarashi would really work well with Burgundy, but the mods wouldn't. So you'd need a mod set as well. That's a shame. Yeah, there must be a lot of stuff. Spark Light might work okay because it's quite a light, bright set. And if you want something that kind of like clashes a little bit rather than matching, Retro Zooian, yeah, it's beige, so it will go with anything. Retro Zooian will go with anything, yeah. Hanok as well. GMK Hanok would go greatly. I'm not sure Zooted would work on red. Egyptus might work. GMK Egyptus might work as well. That's something that's quite cool. Anyone can be susceptible to migraines. It's not about living a healthy lifestyle or not. It's just one of those things that can happen. Yeah. Do you think GMK have made copying Desert Botanical by excluding it from the international coin? Wait, what? Do you think GMK have made copying Desert Botanical by excluding it from the international? I don't know what that question means, Moons of Empire. I think what you're trying to ask me is, have we made a mistake by not offering an international kit for it? Well, the reason there was no international kit for it is because it was a secondary base kit, and the main base kit, the original base kit, barely got the international kit to MRQ, so it just wouldn't have worked. It just wouldn't have happened. But yeah, that's it. Shashin could look cool too. Yeah, Stargaze maybe as well if you like blues. Blues and reds can work together well. Yeah, lots and lots of choices out there. GMK panels extras hype. Yeah, panels goes in stock well early this week. I'd like to do it as early as possible in the week, maybe Monday or Tuesday, but yeah, we'll see. Patisserie I'm not sure that'd work. Not sure patisserie would work, but there is a lot of choice. There's a lot of choice. There must be 10 different nice PBT sets that'll work. I said a little while ago PT is lead vendor on an upcoming set that's fulfilling soon. Did I? Don't remember saying that, but yeah, there's a few. Higambana is the next one, I believe, that we're lead vendor on. I think that's the next one that's due. Off the top of my head, that's the next one that's due. I could be wrong. There might be something else in between. I don't know. Panels is number 1 on my hit list. So I really like Handabite, but Panels is better than Handabite. Like, if you like that kind of thing, Panels is better, in my opinion. Like, of course, this is in my opinion. Wait, what? Discount? I changed that discount code. I definitely changed that discount code earlier on. Hold on, let me fix that, because I definitely changed that discount code. Hold on, because that's not the thing. That's not the thing. I definitely changed this in the thing. Discount. Where's discounts? There it is. Hold on. Hold the door. Right, okay. Boom. Right, okay. Do discount now. Hold on. There you go. That's the right one. There you go. Sorry, True Blaze. That's the correct one. 10% off anything in stock with this code. Yeah. And then the giveaways one has an S on the end. I think. He says. Does it? Wait. Is the giveaway? Oh, the giveaway one might not be working because it's on a. It is on a timer. It's on a timer, so it won't do it for another 92 seconds. So yeah, it's so people can't spam it. But yeah, there is a giveaway today. We're giving away a full set of GMK Mika, that's base and novelties, and we'll be doing that through playing some marbles later on towards the end of the stream. Right, okay, so I think we've talked about everything on PT News. I've told you what's happening this week. I've told you what the plan is for me and the team this week. I can't think of anything else I need to tell you from PT News. So yeah, you just need to watch, and we'll tell you how to join when we do the giveaway itself. The giveaways one is on a timer, guys. It's not going to work because it's there to stop spam. It will work in a little bit. Just like give it a few times. But yeah, marbles at the end of the stream, right? Can you get a coffee check? Yeah, coffee is has been, and it's Jabberwocky. So yeah. Yeah, so the giveaway one, guys, the giveaway one won't work. Stop spamming the giveaway one. It won't work. It's on a timer. It will come back. Like, it's to stop spamming the chat. You guys are still spamming it. So, let me paste it into chat for you so you can see. There you go. That's what it says. That's what it says. Right? People have used it too much and it's on a cooldown. Like, it's just on cooldown. It'll work. Right. Okay. Right, time to do the build then. Let me show you what we're working with today. So let's flick over the camera. So today we are building a Hope75. Now this is a customer build. Oh, let me check what colorway this is supposed to be. I'll tell you now what it's supposed to be. So this is supposed to be the wine red, black, and gold PVD brass case. That's what we're building today. It comes in this lovely box. And these are in stock right now as well. There is a few of these left in stock. Magnetic front opening. We have a PC plate. I need to check actually how the customer worked this building actually. We have pour-on bottom foam and pour-on plate foam. We have a hot swap PCB. We have some screws. We have some side foam gaskets and flexible cable foams. We have some metal gaskets. We have some foot pads.
Tasty, tasty.
We have some pour-on gaskets. And then we have some stabilizer shims and some cables. And then we have the board here. This is the board. Oh, let's move the box out of the way. These are really chunky. Like, I don't know how we managed to do these for the price we did them for.
Tasty, tasty.
So here is the board. It is red and black with gold PVD plating on the bottom as well. So there we go. Let's get the board open. So it does come sealed in this plastic. I may need a knife to just open this up. Karcher, thank you so much for the 24 months of subs. 2 years, my dude. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. Here we go. You can see the red. Looks pretty cool. And then, of course, we won't take the cover off this just yet. We'll only do it where we have to do to take the screws out. We'll try and keep the cover on as long as possible for the main part of it. Man. How is it wrapped? Oh, I see. Well, we are going to have to take it off, unfortunately. Let's just do the screw parts and then we can cover it back up afterwards. I think this is the size we need. Yeah. Let's grab a tray. Don't want to scratch the PVD, so I'm just trying to be really gentle with this. There we go, that's those two out. My wife took my Hope75. Oh no, buy another one. Red is actually gorgeous. Yeah, the red's lovely. Ribbon cable's Jay's biggest fault. It's because I've got like chunky thumbs. That's what it is. We'll be alright with these ones, I promise. Right, let's cover that PVD back up, protect it. Now we've done that. I don't know actually how this board comes apart. I assume. Yeah, okay, so that now comes off, but we want to protect it. So there we go. And there you go. You can see the daughter board is already pre-installed. Those are not my fingerprints there. Those are whoever put the board together's fingerprints. But yeah, there you go. You can see the internals. That's the daughter board and the ribbon cable. So we're just going to put that to one side. We'll need that later on. And the ribbon cable does feed through here. Okay, so now we've done that. Let's see if the rest of the board wants to come apart. How does the rest of the board come apart? Oh, okay, I see. So this rest of the board comes apart from the top. So we need a smaller screwdriver now. Slightly larger than that one though. Wait, do we not have this size screwdriver here? It's not that size. Wait, what? Wait, what? Okay, right. So this is a really weird sized screw. Let's see if we've got something that will do the job. There we go. It's just a half-sized one, so it wasn't one of the usual screws that I use, screwdrivers I use. There we go. Now we've got that sorted, we can put those away. See, there we go. I'm just going to take out these screws here, and then we can carry on with the build. Something is wrong with my keyboard, too many typos. This is the S. S is not exploded arrows, correct. The empty new Susu is missing the numpad in base because the cost for the base kit, we wanted to keep the same cost for all the base kits because MT new's new and the Susu uses more colours than the other kits. It needed the cost was just higher, so the only way to keep the cost for all of them the same was to remove the numpad from the base kit. Okay, I think that's all the screws. So that should come apart now, right? You can tell I've not looked at the build thread for this. Okay, so I think maybe we have to take this off as well. This is the LED diffuser at the back, but I suspect that underneath that PCB we're going to find a couple more screws. And we do. Wait, where did that screw go? Okay, how did that screw disappear? Where did it go? What the? Oh, it's there. There it is. There we go. Right, okay, so now we've done that, we can take this LED bar, and then that does bring us up to 4 more screws that we can then remove on the rear. Number keypads are much smaller niche in this hobby anyway. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah, it would have just been much more money if we'd have, like, significantly more cost if we'd have put the numpad in. I'm late. Hello. Hi, late. I'm Jay. Okay, so now we do this screw, and then the case should come apart, and then we can take a look at how we do the build itself. I do need to check my emails with the customer to make sure I know how we're putting this together. Okay, so now the black piece will come away. There we go, and the red top case as well. It's all looking good. We do have 2 little so there is 2 little LEDs here. Oh, the LED shines through these here, but they're not exactly the cleanest of cuts on them. They're a little bit fuzzy, and I'm wondering if that's because there's like a film over the top. I think it might be. I don't want to flick at it too much, but I think that might be the case. Let's see if we can take this out. I'm just going to pull the plastic out here and have a look at why it's the way it is. That's the rounded screw, and I should remember that. Now let's push this out gently. There we go. So I'm just wondering if this is... because there's like a thin layer of plastic on it or something. I'm not sure. If there is, I can't get it off. I may take a file to this. It's going to be hard to show you this, guys, but the ends of the badge here, they're like the prongs at the top. Come on, camera, please focus. They're not exactly the straightest. You can see that this one here just goes up a little bit. I'm just going to try and... I thought it might be like a little film on top, but it doesn't appear to be. I think I'll just gently take a file to that later on and just tidy it up for the customer. Okay, we'll put that back in for now. It'll be like a 2-minute job with a little file just to Turning it up a little bit. There we go. Okay, so that's the board all prepped and ready. Now it's time to take a look at the gasket pack and see if we install these onto the plate or into the PCB, and sorry, into the case. I think they go on the plate, but let's have a look. I think these are going to go onto the plate. Let's have a look. Oh, we could install these into the case. Let's do them into the case, and then if we change the plate and PCB assembly later on, it'll be okay. So just going to pop these into the case, above and below the plate. That's the wrong one for there. Is there some gaps that are larger than others? Oh, I see. Okay, I see. Some of these gaps are slightly longer than others, so some of these gaskets will fit in certain spots but won't fit in others. So I think we need one on there. There we go. Right, check the size of these. That looks like it's a fit for that one. Okay. Red alert like the 910 Jay had earlier? Yeah, it's just off the screen here. I can show you guys if you need to see it. I don't think we have that in stock anymore though. I think that's all sold out now. MW Retro Lights, yeah. Retro Dark Lights is nicer, but like they're very different aesthetics, right? So one's a beige kit for a start off, so it is going to have like a different feel to it. That one doesn't fit there. Wait, what? Okay, let's see if these ones fit anywhere on the top case then. Because they're all different sizes and they all go all over the place, it's like almost impossible to tell which ones go where. That doesn't fit there, but that should fit there. Okay, now where do these short ones go? In there? Yeah. Looks like we've got side gaskets here. Come on, get off my finger. Can't quite get my finger into the gap here. There we go. Right.
Tasty, tasty.
I've got some tweezers that might help. This is going to take a little bit of time, guys, but once we're done with this, it'll be alright. The hard part is figuring out which... Oh man, that's really stuck. Which gasket goes in which spot, I think. There we go. Yeah, and these go at the other side. Driving update that no one asked for my test this week. Congratulations. I know you'll do well. Chris Blackbrook, thank you so much for the 12 months of subs, dude. Happy PT birthday. Oh wait, where did that one go? It's so much easier. That one went in so much easier. It was a million times easier. That was just the angle, right? That's what I tell my wife. Okay, come on. There we go. That's that one in as well. Right. Do we need any of this size? Yes. I think we'll just do the top case first and then we'll do the bottom case afterwards. We'll just try and figure out them all for the one case at a time. Okay, any more for this one? No, 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 no. Okay, right, super short ones. Gotta be there, yeah. Clack bits are still in stock, which is criminal. Yeah, the clack bits are great. They're really good switches. We put them in the JO1 we built last week, which I'm surprised no one reached out. Oh wait, that doesn't go in there, that's too short. So that go in that one. Okay, yeah, that must go in there. Must go in there. Okay. Hope the future trends for boards is to move away from these sticky gaskets. Yeah, I mean, like, we actively went away from adhesive gaskets for the J series and to a more encapsulating gasket that just rests into the case, purely because I don't like doing these. These take a while. But once these are done, these are actually really good. Like in practice, you've got this pain for 5 minutes, and then once it's done, they're fine after that, right? So there should be some ones that are slightly longer than that. They must go in there. They must go in there. These have to go in here, even though they're slightly different sized. Yeah, so we purposefully moved away from them. But I can see why. I know why a lot of manufacturers still use them. These are cheap to produce, they're easy to produce, they produce a good result. It does make sense to use them. So this one must go here, right? What would be helpful is if they all used the same size. There isn't one for that. This must be this one. Yeah. Okay. And then one more. Come on, go hold. There we go. Okay, that's the gaskets in the top half of the case. Now let's do the ones in the bottom half. Now these ones should be easier to apply because A, they're more visible, and B, you can tell which size gasket needs to go on there immediately. There we go. Right, let's try one of these up here. Just curious, when ordering from Proto in the EU, is import VAT calculated at checkout, or are you responsible for import costs? If you're in the EU, European Union, you will pay VAT at checkout. You will not pay any import duties. It's no different from buying us now as it was pre-Brexit. Like, everything's the same. Like, you just buy from us and your taxes will be included at checkout. They may not show until you get to checkout because it depends on VPNs and 1,001 other things. But yeah, once you get to checkout, the price you pay at the final checkout, that's all that you will pay. That looks like it's a little bit long for that, but we don't have anything else, so it's going to have to be this one. Yeah, it'll charge you whatever your local country's VAT is at checkout, and then we'll take care of the rest, and it'll get to you within a few days from when we ship it. I think shipping to the EU is about 2 to 3 days at the minute with DHL. We stopped offering Royal Mail to the EU just because of like the times. Like things were just taking like 6 weeks to get there, which was frustrating as hell for both us and for the customer. So we stopped using Royal Mail to go to the EU. I know people like prefer cheaper shipping, but I'd rather have accurate shipping than cheap shipping. Okay, these ones are 10 times easier to install. Right, which size do we need for here? Is it that one? Yes. Okay. We just need one for here. It's not that one. It should be this one. Yep. And then the last one, is that one as well? No. It should be this one. Okay, that is almost all of our gaskets installed. We've got one more to do. And then we're done. Worst part of the build is now over. There we go. Okay, let's put the gaskets back in the pack. Pokemon Kid, hey man, good to see you. How are my switches coming along, dude? Where are they up to? I think there's a YouTube embed near the bottom. Nice. Okay, that's the gaskets all installed. Right, let's have a look at the PCB and plate assembly and see how this is going to go together. Oh, actually, we could install the foot pads, I think. So I think we'll install the black ones for the customer. So I think what we do is we actually put these on the metal gaskets, and then the metal gaskets. So I think this is how they work. So that we have feet that are magnetized, because these are magnets. You can like put the metal gaskets on there, and you put the feet on the metal gaskets, I think. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Well, I shouldn't have dropped that in there first. Actually, maybe that's not a bad thing. Let's put it there. Yeah, and there we go. Now we have a metal gasket on one side, foot on the other side, and now the foot just drops on and is held in place magnetically. Cool. So let's do that for 4 more feet. There we go. Two of the feet will go on the copper, sorry, not the copper, the brass weight at the back, PVD stainless steel weight. So we'll pop those in there for now. There we go. That's those done. And then there is some spare feet for later on as well. Fingers aren't loving it. The Zaku's are now open. Nice. DHL seems pretty on point. I got a package from Dubai to Denmark in 3 days. That's faster than local shipping. Yeah, like we've had some go to the US, and it's taken like less than 24 hours to go from one to the other, which is kind of crazy. Right, okay. Stabilizer shims and some spare cables. We probably will need the stabilizer shims, so let's grab those out. I hate stabilizer shims. Okay. The next job is to pop our stabilizers into the board. And then once we've got the stabilizers into the board, we'll check whether the customer wants to use foam or not. So I am just going to load up the customer email in a second and see exactly how they wanted me to build this. Oh, this is hot swap. I didn't realize this was hot swap. They may well be stuck to a fixed layout. Let me check. I feel like I can't charge them for build service now that I realize that they've got. Let me check if they did want this. Better not show that actually. Let's have a look. So all I want to just check is how they wanted this building. Right, Hope75S keyboard kit. In stock, Hope75S keyboard kit. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, okay, yeah. Okay, so he did want the hot swap one. I can't charge him for the build. I was going to charge him for the build. I thought this was going to be a solder build, but it's not. Okay, so let's just check exactly how he wanted me to build it. See if he mentioned anything about foams. Let's have a look. Okay. Okay, he didn't. Yeah, he doesn't mention it at all. So we're just going to build it as it comes. It's hot swap anyway, so he can rebuild it. And I'm not going to charge him for this build because I just feel that would be completely and utterly unfair. So, hot swap build. Now, we are fixed, so we do need a stabilizer for backspace, a stabilizer for ANSI enter, and a stabilizer for the spacebar, and a stabilizer for left shift. So we've got quite a few stabilizers going on for this build. So we need backspace, enter, left shift, and then is the spacebar 7U or 6.25? It's 6.25, there we go. So we need 8 housings and 8 inserts. Come on. That's 8 housings, let's get 8 inserts out as well. There we go, that's everything we should need from there. We do need the rest of the baggie underneath for some additional parts as well. Took those in the box. And here is an ANSI on ISO discussion. As well, there's nothing we can do for it. Like, it's just, it is how it is, right? It just is how it is. They didn't want ISO, no. It's a lovely screw tray. Is it a new Thock one from PT? This is not the new Thock ones from PT. No, this is an old one I've had for a long time. It's actually made of a material called ALBC3, and it came from the CMO group buy. Crispy's, if he's still in chat, he will be able to share some details on it because I think he was part of that keyboard group buy as well. It's an aluminium bronze casting, ALBC3. It's a really interesting and unique material. And it's super interesting. I do have a keyboard made out of it as well, the CMO, as I say. Yeah, it's a cool bit of kit. I do have a longer tray as well, which has got some other things in it, but I probably shouldn't show that on stream because there's some stuff in there I'm not allowed to show. But it's basically like this, but twice as long, maybe 3 times as long. Why did I get a notice that the website has copyrighted content? Probably because we do have copyrighted content on there. Some of it's required by our lawyers. Like if you try and right click and steal some of our stuff, it's to protect designers a lot of the time. Like a lot of desk mat designs we found were getting cloned in China by people just copying the image from the website. So our insurance company required us to put the protection in place. I know it doesn't really stop anything, but it's a deterrent more than anything else. I'm so excited about my Thock. I gave it to Mel on Friday, Tim, so I hope she's packed and shipped that for you. I haven't checked on that though. almost there with these shims. Well, these aren't shims, these are almost like a band-aid mod type thing. There we go. I'm hoping we won't actually need proper shims with these. Let's start putting these together and get these lubed up and get them in the board. I'm hoping we won't need to use those, but we'll see. Like, we'll put one in. In fact, we'll just build one up and put it in and see if it's tight or not. And if it is, then we won't need to use it. In fact, we could get all of these ready. Look. Okay. Yeah, the thought trays are cool though. They're pretty chunky boys. Right, let's pop another one. Like, all we're gonna do, we're gonna take this apart in a second to stabilize it. We're just literally doing this just to test. Oops. Why would we go? There we go. Just to see if these are gonna hold in place or if they're gonna need the shims or not. Okay, I'm gonna need to screw these in. But let's just put a couple of screws in. Come on out. There we go. This is just to test the shim theory. We're gonna need the shims. We're gonna need the shims. Yeah, absolutely gonna need the shims. Okay, that's fine. We can use the shims. Let's get the stabilizers built up and lubed first, though, and then we can start to look at the shims. I hate using them. They're a pain in the ass, but once you get in, they're good. What's my daily driver? Or you let me just swap between your keys? Oh, I thought you meant cars then. I was like, what? Like. So at the minute on my desk, I've got a Matrix Labs Christmas edition, which is the 8X V2. Yeah, the ad Christmas edition. I have the matching numpad for that as well, the CP pad. So yeah, that's what I use at the minute on my main desk, which is just to my right. Here I've got at the minute on this desk, I have the TGR 910. And then on the office desk downstairs, we have a Zoom 75 prototype with Zooted on it, GMK Zooted. I have DCS Reaper on the Matrix as well. And then at home, I run my JR1, which has been my forever board on that PC for 4 years now, 5 years now, maybe longer. And then I do have a couple of 40s that I split between when I use my iPad on the move, which isn't very often these days, but occasionally it happens. If I've got like a long train journey, I tend to use that. And if I just take my MacBook with me, I don't take any keyboard, which is really bad. Keyboard vendor without a keyboard. So we're just lubing up these wires, 205 grade 2. And then we'll lube the slider rails afterwards. We'll just get these built up first. Everyone needs to daily a Clarabelle. That's what she said. Chiclet switches are so mediocre. Yeah, I don't disagree, but like when I'm taking my MacBook around, I just feel like I don't need anything else. Like, it's okay, and I never do any real writing on my MacBook anyway. It's always like a couple of emails and bits and pieces. It's more, I tend to use it more for Fusion stuff than anything else, which doesn't, so it doesn't really matter what keyboard I have for that. When I'm writing stuff, I tend to do more writing on the iPad actually, or the actual. I say this, but like the MacBook actually is what powers up the desk as well. So when I'm sat with the Matrix board, that is with my 2 LG dual up monitors and the MacBook Pro, the M1 one. It's the M1 version, sorry. But when I take the MacBook out, like on road trips or whatever, I don't take a keyboard with it. I mean, it's fine, Kara. It's not like, I wouldn't say it's a pleasing keyboard to use. It's just okay. There's better. Yeah, the Cherry ULPs would be quite cool. They are pretty nice though.
Tasty, tasty.
Okay, so now we've lubed those, we're just going to lube the slider rails. And again, we're just not trying to gum up the works here. We're just trying to put a nice amount of lube on them. And then we're going to put a small amount in the rear. Just to make sure it's all nicely lubricated on the wire. That's one done. Again, we're not trying to gum these up, we're just trying to make sure that they work nicely. Two more to go. And just a space bar now. JO2 is gorgeous. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. We have quite a few JO2s here at the workshop, including some of the limited edition ones that we made, which are pretty cool. Yeah, the JO1 I need for the macro columns more than anything. So I used to write a lot of like, I never published anything, but I used to write lots of novels at home in my spare time, and that's what I wanted the like the macro keys for. Just for like when I was doing like editing and things, like after I'd written stuff. And I also used to use it for work for productivity at the time as well. Oh. Hey Jay in chat, how are you doing today? I'm good, man. Thanks for asking. J Series Balls are sunny. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Skimson, hey man, good to see you, and thank you so much for the 9 months. That is a PT baby. Okay is a good word. Taking notes, a small amount of lube in the rear. Yeah, yeah. Geom brushes look lovely. They're in stock right now. You can pick these up. Yeah. Right. Okay. So now we've got the stabilizers lubed. What we're going to do is we're going to see what the best way to put these shims on. Sometimes they go on better on top of the PCB. Sometimes they go on better underneath the PCB. So let's just see what's better for these ones. I feel like on top's going to be better, but we'll see. I might be wrong. We're just going to install the shim onto the stabilizer. He says, let's do one side at a time maybe, and then we're going to go for this one here, left shift. Let's see if we can get these to install this way. We may not be able to get them to install this way. We may have to put them underneath the stabs, which is fine either way, but sometimes they will go this way. Okay, so that one's gone in nicely actually. So I think we are going to continue with this methodology, but I wasn't quite prepared for this because now I need a screw with a washer on. So I wasn't expecting it to go that easily. to be quite honest. Sometimes shims don't want to go on this way. It depends on the PCB, I think, often. But this one looks like it's going to work out. Okay, so the shim is between the stabilizer and the plate. That's nice and sturdy, actually. Yeah, that's looking good. Right, let's get some screws ready because we're going to need them all now. So Mazda MX-5 with a turbo LS4 thing. That's pretty cool. Clip mouse for the win. I'm not sure I can say that on stream, but yeah, I agree. Imagine using screws and washers in 2023, right? I just didn't expect the shim. Like, shims tend to be annoying for me. I'm not particularly good at installing shims. Like, they take ages for me to do. So I wasn't expecting it to go as smoothly as it did. We need 7 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7. There we go. I do have a tech Shinobi somewhere. I feel like it was Gouty that convinced me to buy a tech Shinobi years ago. Maybe it was Matt. It was one of those two. It was one of those two. Right, now I just need to get this one to install as nicely as the other one. And what do you know? It has done. I was not expecting these to go on this easily. Okay, so that's one stabilizer done. Let's do the spacebar next. I'll just do one side at a time. Well, these are going in far easier than I was expecting, so I can't complain so far. So now I said this, we're going to have one that's going to be a real pain. Remember when you're tightening screws up for a spacebar, you don't want to go too tight. You just want to go finger tight and then maybe a quarter turn more. Get nice and easy in. Have I ever wanted to build myself a high brake horsepower car? It depends on what you mean by high brake horsepower. Tech Shinobi, no, it's a keyboard. It's not a hat wearing ninja. There we go. That's all the ones we need. Right, okay. Next up then, we're going to do the enter. Again, that one's gone relatively easily in, which is good. Pretty sure it was you. Pokemon Kid, I'm pretty sure it was you that it was either you or Gouty that recommended I get one. This is like donkey's years ago now. Like I can't even remember when they first came out, but like it must have been what, 6 or 7 years ago now, I guess. Nissan Micro with a Cummins engine crammed inside. It's high something. I don't know about high horsepower. It's high something. Thought we were going to have our first problem stabilizer these here with the shim scent, but nope, still all good. It says, as he loses a screw. It really depends what you mean by high brake horsepower. Like, I have some, like, a Tesla is already, well, it's not really horsepower, I guess, but like the equivalent of horsepower in a Tesla, that's already pretty high because that's stupidly quick. And then the Subaru is already quite a high horsepower at 380 brake, so like, it really depends on what you mean by that. Like, a lot of my cars are classic cars, and they wouldn't really suit like a high horsepower build because that's just not what they were designed for. They've all got around, well, like the most is probably around 220, 230. And then the trucks obviously have like low horsepower but high torque range, so they have like 65, 70 horsepower, but they're stupid in terms of the torque. Right, cool, there we go. That's all those installed nicely. That was much smoother than I was expecting. Nice.
Incredible.
I've been 900 brake horsepower R32 GTR that I think was incredible. I mean, it's just not usable at that point though. That's the thing. Like, it's just not usable power. Like, you can't use that kind of power. Where are you going to use that? Like, unless you drive on a track every day of the week, unless your commute is through like Donington, then there's just no point. It's just too much. They aren't even good cars. Wait, what? Right, okay, so that's that bit done. Next bit to do is to put the screw separators that hold the PCB and plate together, with it being hot swap. I think there's 4 or 5 of these. Let's see how these go on. But effectively, what we'll be doing is popping the screw through the PCB, holding onto it with a screwdriver, and then popping on a little bracket on top. And this is basically just going to mean that we keep the, it's basically going to be a spacer for the PCB and plate assembly. So basically we're just going to install these wherever we need to, and it'll just hold the PCB and plate together, which means when people are pushing in hot swap switches, they're not going to struggle. It's 2 done. I'll try this one without the screwdriver actually. Might be easier without. Went in quite easily. Nice. And then where are the next ones? Oh, we've got quite a few of these actually to do. There's more than I thought. I thought there was going to be like 4 or 5, but there's not. There's more. So let's do this one. Where is it? There it is. Horses have about 15 horsepower. Yeah, we got to drive on the Autobahn when we went to visit GMK, but we didn't get much time on it, and we weren't in the best car for it. We were in some crappy Audi that we'd got for as a lease car. It was okay, but it had no power, so we didn't get to do anything fun on the Autobahn. What's the intention with people buy alternate alphas? So they can swap stuff. Yes, it's usually to go with the main kit, and people just want to swap the alphas, or sometimes people want alphas to go with a different set of modifiers. You know, it really depends. So you can kind of have a different look and feel through buying just a partial kit. Like if you've got 2 GMK sets and you just want some additional alphas to change it up a little bit, you can just buy some additional alphas. Okay, next one goes over here near caps lock. There we go. Where next? Okay, so we've got one over here that we need to do. So let's do this one. There's quite a lot of these. Maybe I should charge in for the bill because this is taking some time. Think is just educated on the text shinobi. Yeah, the text shinobis are a great board. Wayward Fox, I saw the perfect car for you the other day. I saw a Volkswagen Lupo, but it was the Harlequin edition. It was £5,000. I don't know if you're in the UK or not. It was £5,000, or just under £5,000, and I almost considered buying it because I thought it was cool as all hell. If you haven't seen a VW Harlequin, then it's what GMK Panels is based on. A Harley Lupo. Yeah, it was like £5,000. I think it's on eBay right now. Maybe it was like £4,500. I don't know. I was so tempted to buy it. So tempted to buy it. I just couldn't face driving it as a daily car. And I'd have to if I bought it. I'd have to sell a Subaru to get it. It's the coolest thing. Like, it's got the coolest alloys on it. Genuinely, it's a cool car. And it's been really well looked after. It is really, really cool. And I say that as an official car aficionado. Like, I'm pretty into my cars and I like it, so it's got to be cool, right? I've been glued to Auto Trader. 4.55k. Robert Mikey's found it. Drop the link. Drop the link in chat. It's more like United Colours of Benetton. Right, have I got them all here? I'm just looking to make sure I've got all of these. I think I have. Oh no, there's two more to do. Like, if I'm so tempted to buy it, it's so cool. I have been considering the new Volvo V90 actually. S90, sorry, not V90, the estate. Do I like building PCs? Yeah, I've built quite a few PCs in my time. I don't do it very often because it's rare I need a new PC. And the last time I did cheat and got a pre-built. But yeah, I build PCs. Please get it. I just don't have the funds for it right now, and I don't have the space for it either. Yeah, like I don't really know what I want to do for my next car. I've been considering Audi RS6, Audi RS4, Mercedes E63 wagons. I've been considering a ton of stuff, but I don't know. I just haven't made a decision yet. Okay, so I'm just checking again visually to make sure I've got all of the standoffs done. I think I have. I can put that one back in the box. Next job is to get the plate. And to put the plate foams in first, because we'll need the plate foams. And then we'll put the PCB... Sorry, we'll put the plate foams in first. And then once we put the plate foams in, we can then put the PCB... the plate on top. And then we can put the switches in. Yeah, that's the correct order. That's right. So, that goes underneath. That goes underneath. Oh, we didn't install this first, actually. Will this go over the top now? If we trim for the... If we trim for the wires, this will be okay. So let's just trim for the wires. Shouldn't have done that on here. Oh well, we've got one more to do. There we go. Trim for the wires, and we can push this into place. The spacebar one is causing me a little bit of problem right now. Just trying to get it into place. Come on. There we go. He says as he thinks he gets it and then really doesn't. Oh, come on. Right, let's do the spacebar bit first. Come on, in you go. There we go. Right. So now we've got the spacebar bit in. The rest of it should, in theory, go in correctly. Okay, press you down. There we go. Okay, so that's the PE foam installed onto the plate assembly. Now we can install the in-switch foam. And luckily it does have all these little holes pre-cut into it to align it up to the stabilizers and the standoffs, which is good. It means we can get everything super neat and super tidy. That's looking good as well. Nice. And now we can take the plate and we can put the plate on top. And a Honda D series Mini was shit. The OG A series Mini engine is so much more fun. Yeah, I agree. K20 swap. No. You guys have the worst ideas sometimes. Okay, plate on top. Now we're ready to install some switches. So, as we talked about earlier on today, the customer has picked banana split switches, so that's what we're going to pop on the board. But before we do that, what we are going to do is we are just going to screw down the plate onto the PCB assembly using the little standoffs we screwed in before. Should be in. There we go. Again, we're not trying to crush the PCB or plate assembly here, we're just trying to make sure everything aligns nicely and evenly. Okay. This just means that everything's going to be nice and secure. Just a few more of these to go. Don't know what happened with the Voynich Zero arts and extras. The notice says that everything Voynich has been completed, but that specific artisan never came as Instock Extra. I don't think we had any Instock Extras for it. I think that's the reason why. Or maybe it never made MOQ, I'm not sure. I do remember we got the Hebe ones in, but I don't believe that that other one ever actually made MOQ, if I remember rightly. There is one here actually, one standoff here that doesn't have a screw mark for it. There is no way to get a screw in for that one just there, but the rest of them are all screwed in nicely, so I think that's okay. Not seen banana splits in like a lifetime. Well, we have them in stock if you want to pick some up. They are in stock and available. And fun news, I think we might be working with C3 directly as well going forward, so anything C3 related we should probably have in stock pretty soon. That's the aim. Ray and I have been talking a little bit, so hopefully we can come up to some deals and get some stuff going. Okay, so we're just going to push some switches in. Oh, we're going to need a plate fork here. This may be a little bit of a pain because we have to use the plate fork to get around some of the pins, but we'll see. We'll see. Let's try and go. Oh, we can't use a plate fork because of their things. Let's try and do some near this screws and try and work our way out from there. This is probably the best way, I think. Yeah, that's working nicely. Cool. Now we're just going to work our way around gently, trying to put the switches in, making sure we pierce the PE foam with the switch pins, and making sure we go straight down vertically into the hot swap sockets. Making sure we don't bend or break anything in the meantime. Will we get GM boards at some point, or is it just GM store accessories? No, we should be getting some boards at some point. I don't know exactly when, but we'll be working on some stuff with Gion as much as we can. Like if Gion lets us, we'll sell whatever Gion wants.
Tasty, tasty.
Basically. Perlin Merlin, thank you so much for 11 months. I still want to own a classic mini at some point. Do you know, someone I went to school with, she posted a picture which was like a memory of her having a classic mini, and it was cool as hell. I've driven a couple, but I've never owned one. So my brother owns a new modern style mini, which isn't really mini at all, but yeah. But yeah, maybe I should reach out to her and see if she has got a mini at all, so because that'd be quite cool to drive again. Karen, if on the off chance you're watching, which is incredibly unlikely, let me know if you've still got a mini. I mean, I think our own boards give Gion boards a run for the money, kicks Anglian, but sure. Okay, no blockers on the top case, so we're good to put switches in all across the bottom row. Oh man, the Laurel has the lumpy idle right now as well. Like, a friend of mine helped me fit a new starter motor for the other day, so she starts better than ever. But there's someone, I need to get someone to have a look at the carbs because they're just not right at the minute. She's on triple Webers and there's just something not quite sitting right. Upcoming in-stock boards from Gion likely to come in stock at PT. I can't say anything for definite, Kara, but yeah, that's my aim. I can't guarantee anything right now, but yeah, that's my aim. Obviously, when we have got something to announce, we'll announce it. But yeah, where we can, we will. Like basically, if there's something you see at Gion Works and you want it, just let us know because we'll be able to get it, and then you won't have to bother importing it and stuff. And if one person wants it, odds are that 4 or 5 of you actually want it. So maybe even more of you, who knows. So yeah, like F18 XV2. I can't guarantee anything at the minute, Karen. I can't say anything. When I can I will, but I can't say anything just at the minute. But like that's ultimately our aim, yeah, is to be able to offer any Gion Works product you see for sale at Gion. We'd like to offer that here in the UK. So cheers, Pork Thief. Take care. There's good progress now. Almost there with the build, and then we can get it all put together, test it. I think because of the ribbon cables on this, we'll have to put the whole board together to test it properly. So we'll do that, and then if anything's not working, we'll fix it. But I'm pretty confident everything will be okay. In a previous life, I was a senior program manager. Yeah, I worked for a well-known finance company here in the UK. I did that for 15 years. I was pretty senior at the end. A lot of experience with large-scale deployments. Like, I know this sounds daft, but like the keyboard projects we have here would have been very, very small projects at my old job. They'd have been like considered like really tiny projects, but the sheer quantity of them is kind of where it gives the same complexity over time. Okay. So now we've got that part put together. I think the next step is to pop the foams on the bottom, if we can. Does this go this way? No, it goes. Wait. Does it go this way? Yeah, it goes this way. And then I think the same again. And then, in fact, the first thing we need to do is push through. Oh, right, okay, I see. So what we're going to actually have to do is we're going to have to put the ribbon cables into this PCB first and then have them go into the other PCBs after. I do hate ribbon cables, but I feel like we'll be okay with these ones. He says, already struggling with this one. That's okay. That one's going to go through this hole, and then this one's going to go through that hole. Wait, okay. Oh yeah, okay, I see how it works. There we go. That's those in place. Then what we can do is we can flip this over, and as we flip it over, we're going to try and make sure that the ribbon cables go through the slots. In fact, let's do it this way around. Grab some tweezers. I'm just struggling to get this end through the. There we go. So there we go. We have the two ribbon cables through. That was a little bit of a pain, but it was doable and achievable. Then we're going to flip this over, and then now we can put on the top case. Get everything nice and neatly aligned. Okay, couple of switches that are going to have to come out and go in after the case is assembled. That's just due to the proximity of the side screws. I think there's 3 that I can see that just need to come out. Come on. There we go. Now we can put the screws back in for those parts. Thinking that my QK75 and KL90 might be on the same mid-due shipment to PCHQ. Would it be accepted to email your order consigned delivery just to reduce packages you have to send and any savings that you're in investment in? It's a very, very nice thought, but they're probably going to be done very, very separately. So we tend, like, you'd just be delaying one of your group buy orders by waiting for the next one, if that makes sense. So just in the way that we process them, we won't process like a person's orders in one day. We'll process like a group buy order in one day, like a series of group buys. So it may be that they happen to ship like a couple of weeks apart, and I wouldn't want you to miss out on one product shipping sooner rather than later, purely because of like the timescales. Like it could be like up to a month apart when we do. So whilst I understand the sentiment and I appreciate it, it's probably a lot more work and doesn't generate anything. Also excited for pre-orders. I have spare money burning my whole liver pocket. Yeah, we've got a ton of pre-orders coming next week. I don't have a full list, but there's like 90 to 100 key sets, I think, which I'm pretty excited to get out there and live. Okay, 2 more screws. Right, 1 more screw. And then we can flip it over and we've got 4 screws that go in on the rear. Then we're going to turn this over. We've got 4 screws that go in on the rear. Just like so. Jay made that look easy. I'd like a drunk person with motor control issues. During an earthquake, trying to pin the tail on a donkey, doing that ribbon cabling comparison. Dude, like if you've seen me do them before, like I'm not very good with ribbon cables. I'll be the first to admit it. I am going to screw this into place first before we actually attempt to do the ribbon cable, though. Now we're just putting the rear LED cluster in, and we're just going to screw this down back into its original mounting points. Why does that not feel like it's seated correctly? Yeah, you'll know when the giveaway starts. You won't be able to miss it because I'll be very clear. Okay, now we're going to tip this ribbon cable back into its housing here. And he says, and it's going to take us 1,000,000 attempts and we're going to struggle to get it done. Or not. Today is a ribbon cable day. Okay, this is going to be the pain one to do because I have to connect it and then flip this weight over. I'm aware that you can't see what I'm doing right now. I am just trying to put the ribbon cable in. Come on. This ribbon cable needs to be like 10 feet in length as this particular one. Come on. Let's try with the tweezers. Hold just having to support the, because that weight is really chunky. Like having to support the weight of it. My tweezers don't seem to be holding on very well today. I'm going to adjust them. Yeah, okay. I'm actually going to try. I just can't quite get it close enough. Oh. No, that's not quite it. There we go. That's the ribbon cable. Oh, okay. I've got this the wrong way around. There we go. That's the weight in. So then we can put the screws back in for this. We have ended up with some fingerprints on this weight already, which wasn't ideal, but it'll do. We can clean it up later for the customer. That's one. That's two. And we've got 3 and 4. And then we made the 2 feet earlier on. We can put those in. And there we go. And then we can peel back. Look how good this looks. There we go. Now we can pop these last 3 switches back into the keyboard. Now we've got the screws all sorted. And now we're ready to test the board. And then we can put some keycaps on it. Right, okay, so I believe this is USB-C. So let's do, in fact, let's just grab a switch hitter first. And we've got an ANSI keyboard today, so let's do that. Let's unplug the 910 and let's plug in. Oh gosh, this is really heavy. I'm going to struggle to see this. Hope. So it all lights up at the back, which is a good sign. Right, let's see what we've got. Lit up at the front as well. You can't actually see that, but if I move this out of the way just slightly, you'll see that it's got that lit up nicely there now as well. Let's see if this works. Escape didn't work, which we'll take the switch out in a second. Right, that works. So everything apart from escape working so far. 3 doesn't work. These could just be bent pins. We'll have a look in a second. Everything working there. G not working. K not working. I think these will mostly be bent pins. We'll be able to fix them quite easily, I think. That should be an FN key. I think that's an FN, which is why it's not working. And arrows are all working. Yeah, okay. So let's try the escape key first. Let's pull the switch out and see if we can rectify that. Jay, have you had an instance where customers damage a keyboard by opening it up? Only once have we ever had that. And that was coming into the country, not going out. Yeah, so bent pin on this one. Where did I put the switches? Let's grab some fresh switches. So if we now put this one in. Escape now works. And then we've got 3 that's not working, so let's pull that switch out as well. I suspect this will be a bent pin too. And it is another bent pin. Fresh switch with no bent pin. That now works as well. G, H, J, K. Take those out as well. Both of those are bent pins. And this is just literally because you're trying to puncture that PE sheet as well at the same time as putting the switches in. There we go. I will just check this one because it's not working, but I think it is an FN key, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be fine. Yeah, it was fine. So cool, there we go. Keyboard all works. You could put some something in the case. Heim Rainy. You could put something in the case. That should work. That should help. Right, screwdrivers can go away now. Like some foam or something like that. Multiple options are available. Okay, time to put some keycaps on the board. So let's zoom in. No chat's choice this week, I'm afraid, because the customer did request a GMK Egyptus, which is what we're going to put on here. Polyfill's good, yeah. Like any type of foam or something like that will work just well. I mean, full's a bit of a weird kind of terminology to use. Heard of people using polyfill? Yeah. It is a bit messy as polyfill, but it does work. Okay, so here we have GMK Egyptus. Let's just use the gold and not the green accents on this because I think that'll look best. But I think this is going to work quite well. Yeah, this works really well.
Tasty, tasty.
Just yellow is the play. Yeah. Doing a bit late today. I hope you had a great weekend. Thank you, RL Keeps. I appreciate that. Yeah, it was a good weekend. Nice long hike yesterday in the woods, and then spent the day today with my wife and visited my brother and his children, which was quite nice. And his partner. Green would make it a Christmas TKL. Yeah. Yeah, Egyptus looks great on the red. Especially this deep red. Wouldn't look quite as good on like the red from the 910, for example. It's a bit brighter. We've got more GMK sets in stock right now, Anonymous Biker, than any other vendor worldwide. So if you're going to do it, now's the time. It's only 204 days of Christmas. GMK-A on red? GMK-A would look great on red, yeah. So you'll have to hurry. I think Egyptus is almost sold out, actually. There's not many of it left, but you can get 10% off if you go buy it now anyway. Until the end of the stream, there's 10% off, so you can use the code that keeps popping up periodically to get 10% off anything in stock. And that's literally anything on the website that's in stock. Earth tones are lovely. I think we've sold out of them though now. I think earth tones are sold out, but yeah, earth tones is quite nice. GMK Parcel does look good on red boards. The biggest of Z's. Why am I frightening you? Still kind of regretting not picking up Honeywell. Yeah, I get that. You have to pick up Honeywell when it comes to MT new, because that'll be something that I'm sure will happen at some point. I don't know because no one's told me, but yeah, it should do. Do you know if this wine red is similar to JRS65? I don't think it's exactly the same, but I don't think it's a million miles away. Like it was something close to that. How come this GMK tray is so clean? This is like I haven't done anything to this. I've just opened it brand new. You saw me take the wrapper off it a minute ago. There's nothing compared to this GMK compared to the rest of the ones we have in stock. Like it's just literally straight from the factory. So I don't know what you mean by it's so clean. I mean, the idea is that it looked golden tink, so I think it looks good. That's the wrong size key. That's the wrong size key as well. Right, okay, so I don't know what they want these keys as, but let's go with page up, page down, and then we should have an FN key on the bottom tray. Don't forget, guys, when you buy a GMK tray and it comes like this, don't tell me all your keys are missing, because there is the second tray underneath. We get this like 20 times a week. There's a whole second tray underneath. The number of people that email and then go, oh, I found them, yeah. It happens quite a lot. And then we just need an F13 key for up there, and a golden escape key. I mean, I shouldn't have binned half the set I got. Absolutely right. Like, we do get quite a lot of emails, and people say, "Oh, I've opened up my GMK set," and they go, "Yeah, look, I've only got these keys on top. Like, there's nothing else." I'm like, "Have you shook it? Because there's clearly more inside if you shake it." But yeah, I admit it is a problem. GMK actually acknowledged this, and they're going to put like a little design on this top piece that says 2 trays or something like that. There we go. That is the board now all built. This looks so good with the gold weight on the back. Look at that. Excuse the fingerprints, but yeah, PVD gold looking super cool. Should we listen to what it sounds like? It does remind me a little bit of the Primus 75, yeah, in the way it's constructed. Yeah, I think that's fair. Let's pause the music for a second. Let's see how this actually sounds. I'll turn off the fan so you've not got that background noise. Okay, so to be fair, it does sound like a board that's built with PE foam, but it sounds good. Like, there's a reason that people like that sound, because it's not a bad sound, right? These are completely stock switches as well. These are stock banana split switches, and that sounds fantastic. They feel great. They sound good. The board looks fantastic. That whole PVD at the bottom. Look at that. Let's flick the cameras over. Look at this. You can see the screen there, look. Oh no, you can see me and me and me and me. It looks so cool. It's a bit off. What? The colours look great. Like, it works really well. This is really bright streamlights, remember. Can we see Jay and Jane? Absolutely. This sounds so good though. It sounds really good. Still loving that sound even though PE foam has been around for so long. I agree. I do really like the sound of PE foam boards. They do sound good. That thunk. It sounds really good. J Minions, something like that, yeah. I really wanted Fuji, but it was sold out. I think it sounds it sounds really good. Like, PE foam just does generally sound quite good. It's got dark outside because you can see all behind me. It's now dark as well. Oh yeah, and the octopus is really angry today. He's like in angry mode. He's feeling pretty damned angry. Let's see if we can cheer him up. Give him a little rub. Cheer him up. He's a little bit less angry now. A little bit less. So angry. It's because we haven't seen the new blinds yet. You can't see them now, it's dark over there, but they are there. Little rub normally works for me. I was so rude. I should not have done that. I didn't mean it to be rude. Why is Egyptus base price so high though? Like, I get there's differences in colours and techniques, but still, literally because that's what the price is. Like, that's it. Like, it didn't hit as high MOQs as some of the other sets. So the more sets we sell, the cheaper we can have the price to be. The fewer sets we sell, the more expensive the price is going to be. Like anything, we don't order millions of these. We order a couple of thousand at most. So the more we order, the cheaper it gets. Unfortunately, Egyptus wasn't a huge seller in group buy, so therefore there wasn't too much in terms of things that we could do with the price. So yeah, that's why the Egyptus price is what it is. So, but you can get 10% off right now because we've got a discount of 10%. So there you go. It's just popped up. 10% off anything in stock until the stream ends. Use code STREAMDISCOUNT10. So there you go. You can do that. Right. Speaking of GMK sets, we are going to give away a set of GMK Mika today. And we're going to give away the Mika and the novelties as well. This is going to be the base set and the novelties. And we're going to do that by playing marbles. So I'm just going to load up Steam. And I'm going to get marbles on the go. And then we'll flick over and we'll play marbles. And we'll see if anyone can win a set of GMK Mika today. Dark outside British moment. Yeah, I didn't realize it was so late. What time is it? 10 o'clock. It's not too late. It's not too late. The red alert says so good. It is, right? It sold out stupidly quick. I should have bought way more of it. I didn't. You live and learn, though. You live and learn. Okay, so if I flick over to here, you guys should be able to see marbles in a second. It will pop up, I guarantee it. There it is. Let's do a race, but let's do a Grand Prix. So let's do 4 races today, and whoever's got the most points across all 4 races will get the prize. So it doesn't matter if you win race 1, race 2, or race 3, or race 4. Like, an individual win doesn't get you anything, but whoever has the most points across all 4 races, that's who's going to be the winner, and that's who's going to take home the prize today, GMK Mika. We'll ship it worldwide. We'll cover postage and the cost of the set. The only thing you might have to pay for is if you're outside of the UK, any import duties that are due for giveaway stuff. We can't cover those costs, unfortunately, I'm afraid. So please bear that in mind. Let's pick a long track to start with. Let's pick the brick.
Incredible.
Oh, and then the bracket. 7 minutes is the average time. Right, okay, let's do 2 long ones, and then let's finish up with 2 nice short ones off the rails there, and let's pick another short one. Do you know what? Let's just do a random one. There you go. Cool. Okay. So the first race is going to be at the brick. Dog theme maps? I don't know if there are any. Right. Okay. So all you need to do is !play in chat, and that will put you into the game. And as I say, it's whoever gets the most points across all 4 of the races that's going to win the prize. Doesn't matter if you win race 1, you're not getting anything for that, or race 2, or race 3, or race 4 individually. It's whoever gets the most points across all of the races. And as I say, you can win a full set of GMK Mika and the novelties shipped worldwide. You just pay the import fees. Okay, so get yourselves going, guys. I'm going to hit the start button now. We've got 74 people in there. Let's see if we can hit 80. You've got 20 seconds now to get in. And let's see how we go. We've got 3 laps of this track today. We've got 10 seconds left. Here we go. Let's see how it pans out. Let's go. Right, okay, let's see who's going to take the lead. Surgeman has taken an early lead. He's right up there at the front with his angel wings looking good, but it could all change as we go into the first corner and under the first set of tunnels. Alaric is just behind Surgeman. Let's see who comes out first. Surgeman is in the lead, but it looks like Kevy Babes has the good line around the outside there. Coming down, he's still on the lead. Oh, he's still in the lead on the straight. Nufi's taken second from Alaric, though. Nufi's got quite a good lead here. Sorry, quite a good jump there against some of the other people behind. Right at the back, it's not too far away at the back, but we have got a couple of people up there. I can't read any names right now, but it's looking pretty okay. Surgeman's going to lose the lead, I think, going into the next corner because some people are really close to him now. Mr. Gimp is up there now, so is Nufi and Elkino Flop. Let's see how it goes as we get into this corner. Lyric's dropped down to 5th. Anaki's in the top 10 again, looking good. Lazy Keiko is probably right at the very back with EKtron 180. Surgeman just keeping the lead there, but only Jub. Elkino Flop is just coming around the outside, and he's taken the lead there as he comes round. Surgeman's now in 3rd place with Stone Cold coming from the middle of the field all the way up into the top 2 there, looking good. We're now on the 2nd lap. We've got another lap to go. Coming round here, how's this going to pan out? Looks like Kaz Online has sneaked into the top 10. I think he's made up another place as well. All still to play for, still loads to go. No one's too far out of this game though. ETI's right at the back still. Let's see if we can zoom in and see who's at the back. Look, Kiwi, Future Primitive, Lazy Keiko, Game's done marginally well. Cutie Pie, Leonardo the Mouse at the back there. Oh, is Surgeman going to take the lead as we come through here? Here he comes. Mr. Gimp's still in the lead. Alaric and Alkino Flop's in 2nd. Surgeman's now in 4th, I think. Yes, Stone Cold has got 3rd. RL Keebs is in 5th. Cool Weapons in 6th. Gouti's in 7th. Gouti from nowhere coming out into the top 10 there. Anarchy's dropped down a little bit. Still lots of track to go though. We've still got quite a bit of way to go. We're on lap 3, but let's see how this ends. Looks like Mr. Gimp might take the win here. Mr. Gimp is in the lead now. Oh wait, yeah, there we go, Mr. Gimp. Congratulations, Mr. Gimp. You win absolutely nothing, but you got the time there. So you've got more points taken to the next round. Top 10 was Mr. Gimp, Alkino Flop, True Blaze, Seregiman. Seregiman down in 4th after holding the lead for such a long time. RL Keebs in 5th, Stats B in 6th, Stone Cold in 7th, Gouti in 8th, Cool Weapon in 9th, Kevy Babes in 10th. Kevy Babes was quite far back to start off with, so well done there. Anarchy in 11th, Pom Pom Potato, Genomic, Alaric, Skimson. Very well done, guys. Let's see who came at the bottom. I was down in 73rd, did really well there. Wayward Fox, Doe, Sax just behind, Kiwi, Murlocs, Lazy Keiko, ETI in 180, and Future Primitive bringing up the rear. Let's move on to the next track. Oh wait, is this the same track? This is Grand Prix 2. Oh, it's a different track. Exclamation mark play, get yourselves in here, guys. Let's see if this one goes any better. Okay. I'm going to hit start. You're going to have 20 seconds to join. Get yourselves in, guys, if you want to play in this 2nd round. Exclamation mark play puts you into the game. Got 10 seconds to go. Still 2 races left as well. Your marble needs polishing. I hear that a lot. Here we go. Miles away at the back. Smooth Brain right up at the back. Ellis is taking a very different line around here. So is Smooth Brain. The Yeet Pal has dropped to the back. Statsby is at the lead. Kaz Online is in 2nd. Chris Bezik's up in the top 10 as well. So is Timothy, doing really well there. Still all to play for. True Blaze is going around the outside. So is HR Toby as well. Sheebs is in there as well. Looking good. Geeky Ed's at the back. So am I. I'm midfield. I'm 3/4 of the way back here. Future Primitive's not too far back. It's still all to play for though. Kaz Online looks like he's just taken the lead and then dropped off as he comes around the corner. Statsby still there, high flying in the lead as well. Candy Crystal, not Cylindrical, is up there too. All this could change here though through these kinks. Let's see how this pans out, because this could change the leadership quite a lot. Lots of jumping going on there. Genomic now looks like they might be in the lead. Candy Crystal's still up there as well. Shortened is coming through. A nice big bank turn here. Let's see how this pans through. No change in leadership at the minute, but Candy Crystal, Stats being shortened are the top 3, and it's all still to play for as we start lap 2 in just a second's time. Shortened there just in 3rd. Igben Timothy's probably just rounding out the top 10 here. Stone Cold's towards the back. Perlin Merlin's towards the back as well. Statspeed coming through, but he has a very different line to some other people here. He could lose out first place. Scrobel, One Fish, Genomic, Igben Timothy. Timothy's in 2nd. Scrobel's taking a very wide line, so he might lose out here. Wayward Fox could be in 1st place. Timothy is doing well. Oh, he's dropped down. Tim lost a lot of places there. Lost 4 or 5 places. Scrobel's coming through though. Wayward Fox is there as well. Olive Tree 19-2. One Fish is there in 4th. Genomics in 5th. Jenga's in 10th. Sorry. The Yeet Pals at the back with Kara bringing up the rear. I can't tell where I am. Somewhere in the middle somewhere. Scrobel's definitely got the lead though now. Let's see how this comes as we come down this straight. Whoa, that was a good corner for some people and not for others. Genomic has probably got the lead now, but he's got a very different line going into this corner. Mr. Gimp's there again. Mr. Gimp up into the top 3. Wayward Fox is there too. Scrobel as well. Nitram's coming around the outside. I think it's going to be too little too late. Let's start lap 3 and see how this goes. Genomic's got a very different line again. Looks like Mr. Gimp might get the jump on them going through this set of twists here. Let's see how this pans out. Genomic, are they going to lose the tree? Olive Tree is in the lead now. Oh, Mr. Gimp is just in the lead, I think. Mr. Gimp's just retained the lead. Olive Tree is not too far behind. Castle Line is coming through. I'm almost in the top 10 now. This is pretty interesting from me. Statspeed's up there. Mr. Gimp's still just in the lead, but only just. He might lose the lead here. Let's see how this goes. Cas Online is in 2nd. Olive Tree's in 3rd. Genomics in 4th. Statspeed's in 5th. Let's see if any of this changes here as we go through these 2 corners. I've just breached the top 10 with Tim at the same time, and straight out of the top 10 and back into the top 10. Tim didn't manage to keep up with me. I'm in 8th now. That's looking good. Statspeed's got the lead again. Could all change as we go around this set of corners though. Last 2 corners, I'm way out of the top 10. I'm dropping down the field massively now. Statspeed's in the lead. Olive Tree's in 2nd. Wayward Fox is in 3rd. And as we cross the finish line, Statspeed takes a very, very close finish there. Well done, Statspeed. Nerf the Gimp. Something tells me Mr. Gimp gets the GMK. It's still all to play for. Still 2 races left to go. Let's see the final results. Statspeed came in 1st. Olive Tree came in 2nd. Wayward Fox came in 3rd. Chris Bezic with a great result came in 4th. In 5th we've got Cass, then Candy Crystal, Mr. Gimp in 7th. Scrobel in 8th. Me in 9th. Blind Speed is in 10th. Tim came in 14th, sorry. Let's scroll down and see how it was at the bottom of the field. Sirajiman came in last place after leading so long in this previous race. Ricky OMG is there in 79th. Cutie Pie, ET Iron 180 bringing up the rear again with Wheat Pal, Perlin and Kara. Okay, on to the next race. These points make no sense. I don't make up the rules, Scouts. I just play the game. Like, the game does its own thing for rules. I don't know how it works. What are those points numbers? Who knows? Exclamation mark play. Who knows? I don't set the rules for the game. If you've got a problem with the game, reach out to the designers. They'll tell you how it works. Some people using some special entries there. Right, let's hit start. You've got 20 seconds left to go, guys. 83 entrants right now. A little bit of a different map. Oh, the triangles are moving. The little chevron bumpers are moving. Let's see how this pans out as we go into this race. I don't think this is a sort of map where anyone could win, rather than the racetracks where it depends on where you start. Let's see. Let's see who's going to drop down first. Can't tell. Perlin Mellin's in the lead there, I think. She was very, very quick into dropping down here. Chris Bezic stealing around the outside. So is Perlin as well. Snicket and Kevy Babe's coming down. So Chris Bezic and Sax as well. Everyone's coming down the outside now. Anarchy and Thrax taking the long way around. Trojam's up at the back as well. Anonymous Biker's there too. Let's see how this Perlin's got a good lead here. She could be in with a shout of winning this race here. Lots of different routes to go on this particular one. Sky is on the 2nd place position, prospectively. Mohub is just behind. Yattering their stat speed 2. We don't know which path's the longest though, so anyone could be in the lead until it comes out at the end of this, because these are all so curved and everything else. We just have no idea who's actually in the lead, but it looks like Sky's got a lead. Maybe Gouty. Yeah, Sky's dropped down first. Mojave, Yattering, and Gouty come through too. Tinkertronic and Zavazar, Jenga, Caffeinate, Kara, Robot Mikey, Snicket, Tashinot, and a few others are coming through as well. There's me as well dropping into the pot. Sky's definitely got the lead here. They're looking like the favourite to win on this particular one. Yattering's there as well. Mojave coming through. Tinker, Tronic, and Gouty there arguing over who gets through. Yattering is the first one through this obstacle. Looks like he's going to fire into the cannon first as well. And it looks like he's going to skip all the way across down this map here and be the first one into the last area. Oh, massive bounce off the pads there. Zava coming down as well. Tashinot as well. Snicket, Jenga. Snicket makes it through. So does Gouty. They take the top two. Coming through. Is Gouty going to steal the lead? Oh, Gouty stole the win there right at the last second. Moons of Empire comes through. Gouty and Snicket taking the... Wow, photo finish there. Gouty really took the top spot away. There I come through. A few other people. ETI and died. I quite like all the points. Top 10 is Gouty, then Snicket, Moons of Empire, Jenga, Tinkertronic, Scrobel, Storsness, Navetso, Mohuba, and Robot Mikey. Well done, guys. Congratulations. Here comes Anarchy, Chris Bezic, Olive Tree, Adam. There's Adam. Good evening, Adam. I hope you're doing well. And the Cutie Pie and the Kiwi at the back. Oh, no, Skimpson's at the back. No, more. Leonardo the Mouse looks like they might be the last person through. We'll see how that was. That was so random. Who didn't die? You didn't die, yeah. Top 10, let's go. Nice. Let's wait for Future Primitive to come through. Future Primitive, that's 2 races you finished dead last. Well done. Let's see the final results. Gouty comes in first. Snicket, Moons of Empire, Jenga, Tinkertronic, Scrobel, Storsness, Navetsa, Mohuba, Robert Mikey, Slice of Me, Anonymous Biker, and then I'm there in 16th place. Anyone else? We reached Castle Line came in 24th. Alaric came in 32nd. And then there was all the DNFs here at the back. Wow, there you go. Lots of DNFs. Well done. Right, on to the final race, which is MSLA Raceway. Never played this map before. Don't know how it goes. Got to be a prize for that. Okay, this is another racetrack one. We should try not to do these ones going forward. Exclamation mark play should put you into the game starting now. Exclamation mark play, off you go. Let's put myself in this one as well. There we go. And then we'll see who wins the GM case at the end. Don't forget, guys, you can get 10% off anything in stock on the website until the stream ends. You can use the code STREAMDISCOUNT10 for anything in stock. You'll get a 10% discount on. Right, I've hit start, guys. If you want to be in this one to win it, you've got to play now. You've got 20 seconds to get in. Exclamation mark play puts you into it. There's very few people in this one compared to the last race, so make sure you're paying attention and get in there. Only one good track for this Grand Prix. Well, they're all good fun. Here we go. Let's see how this race goes. Lots of people all over the place, but Doe and HR Toby are taking the lead here. Everyone, this is quite good because everyone's all over the place. There's absolutely no way to tell who's going to have the best line going in here. One Fish is there, Shortened. LSG coming around the outside there with plenty of speed. Murlocs as well. Shorten's coming through. Anarchy's up there as well. Let's see how this goes. Gideon's coming through as well. Cream Pudding's there too. Doe might still have a chance of taking the lead. Ellis has got a good lead here though. Ellis taking a storming lead here. Pom Pom's coming through as well. Perlin Millen's at the back, so is Brooker and Acerb. Still lots to play for though. Lord Beans is now taking the lead. Adam is up there. Adam64 is up there as well. He's got a good chance of coming up into the top 10 and finishing in the top 10 in second place right now with a good lead. Pom Pom is taking a shortcut right across the middle of the track there, but that might slow them down as they hit the barrier. Adam again taking a very different line to Lord Beans going into this corner, and Kaz Online is taking an also a very different line. Pom Pom Potato there. Adam's line, look, it's destroyed his race there. He's dropped right down to 5th or 6th. Pom Pom Potato, LSG, Lord Beans coming through. Games Done Marginally Well is doing marginally well in the top 10. Zava S786 is there, Shortened. Nitrum Namelock, Anarchy and me are right neck and neck in the middle with the Yeet Pal. Let's see how this goes as we get into this next corner. HR Toby's come up as well and taken up a good lead. Akela Aleka is up there as well. Lord Beans is there too. Ellis 561 is there too. Cream Pudding's coming through. Let's see how this goes. Akela might just pip this one on second lap. Still a long way to go, though. HR Toby's on his way through. That was a blind bit of speed from HR Toby. Look at him take a lead there. Everyone's still all over. The track's spreading out a little bit now. Some people taking a lead, some people slowing down. Shorten's there and making up the top 4. Anarchy's coming through. Caffeinate is there as well. Pom Pom's there. Potato's there too. Pyro Bunny's in the middle. So is Mikagi. Gideon's coming up towards the back. Demotex is there with Conan. Acerb is right at the very back. But there's quite a long way between first and last now. Melot's coming out of nowhere, taking up the lead. HR Toby's just behind. Pom Pom's just behind that. Shorten rounds out the top 4 or 5. Caffeinate is coming through as well. Another Matrix fan there too. Merlots has got a huge lead as we go towards the third lap, though. As we start the third lap, Merlots has got a nice big lead. But racing line, everyone's taking different lines through this bit of the track here. HR Toby's trying to use the DRS to overtake, but he's way behind. It's not going to happen from there. But there's a long distance between people here now. It's starting to build up. Merlots and Pom Pom Potato going for it. Caffeinate's coming with a good turn of speed, though. Pom Pom Potato does take the lead, but different line. He might not be able to hold on to it. Merlots is right behind, but hit the wall, slows right down. A shorter line coming through here, though. Wider line from Pom Pom might not win. We'll see how this goes through the next kink. Merlot still has the lead. Shortened on his way through. Kaz Online is coming up. Hey, Caffeinate has dropped back, so is HR Toby. Merlot still holds the lead, but only just. There's a big, large curve left to go. Shorten's coming through. HR Toby's still up there. Teshunot's right at the back. Chris Bezic rounding out roughly the top 10, I think. Couple more turns, and we'll see who takes the win. Merlots is there. Kaz Online's coming through. Pom Pom Potato. HR Toby and Shorten still there. Can anyone stop Merlots? He's on a roll here. Quite literally, because he's a marble. Let's see if anyone can stop him. He takes a good line through here, but some people going around the outside might have faster lines coming through. HR Toby does take the lead here. HR Toby takes the win. Merlots takes second. Kaz Online and Pom Pom Potato. Shorten's there as well. Teshunot, Caffeinate. Game's done marginally well. Igbin Timothy taking out the 9th spot, and Macaroon rounding out the top 10. Congratulations. What a snipe. Yeah, HR Toby right there at the end. Quite literally on a roll because he's a marble. Yeah, you like that? Did you like it, kids? Right, let's see the final results. Yeah, so for this race, HR Toby's up there. Merlots, Kaz Online, Pom Pom Potato, Shortened, Teshunot and Caffeinate. Game's done marginally well. Igbin Timothy and Macaroon round out the top 10. Chris Bezic up there as well. Geeky Ed's there too. Adam dropped down to 18th after being in contention for first earlier on. Anarchy's there in 26th. I'm in 37th. Let's see who goes down at the bottom. JQ UK right at the very back there. True Blaze, Acerb, Turkey Thrower, Demotex, and Leonardo the Mouse there as well. Hey Leo, thanks for joining, man. Right, let's finish the Grand Prix and see who wins that GMK set. So, in third place, for absolutely no prize whatsoever and nothing, we have Olive Tree 19. So congratulations, Olive Tree. You win nothing. You get third place. Well done. In second place, we have HR Toby. Congratulations, Toby, stealing the second, the last second to win in the last race there. Congratulations, Toby. You take a second place. Let's see who is our champion and taking home a set of GMK Mika today. It is Statsby. Congratulations, Statsby. You are our winner. Please reach out to one of the moderators, pass on your full address, name, telephone number, and email, and we'll get a set of GMK Mika shipped out to you this week. So congratulations. Let's take a look at those points. Let's see where people came. Statsby was up there with 328 points. HR Toby got 274. Olive Tree got 262. Quite a big drop then to Merlots at 217. Mr. Gimp at 206 and Wayward Fox at 202. Let's see who rounds out the top 10. Interesting to see where Gouty came. Gouty came 9th with 154 points and Snicket came 10th with 126. Let's see where I got 5 points somehow. I don't know how I managed to get 5 points, but I did. Pom Pom Potato was the last person to score points there and get 27th. Let's see who came right at the very end, the bottom of the last. Let's see who got that position. Yattering, who only entered 2 races, came in 94th, but still did worse than Daddy Dave, who only entered 1 race and came in 93rd. So congratulations, guys. That is the race is over. Please, Statsby, make sure you reach out to one of our moderators and we'll arrange to ship out that GMK Mika set this week. So congratulations. There we go. Right, so that is marbles done. And that means it is time for me to end the stream. It's time for me to go home, take a drive home, and get some sleep, because we've got an early start here at PT in the morning. As I told you earlier on, guys, we've got a lot of stuff to pack, a lot of stuff to ship, and a lot of stuff in the workshop to do this week. So hopefully we'll get on track of all of that in the next couple of days. Please do use the discount code. It's live for a little bit until I get home. I'll be taking it off when I get home, so please do use the discount code if you want to pick up something in stock from the store, because it'll finish in a couple of hours time. And I'll see you guys on Instagram and Discord over the next week. So take care, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll speak to you all again soon. I love you all. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.